We all want to be that perfect financial role model for our kids, right? But what happens when we mess up? Well, today we're going to dive into how our financial mistakes, instead of being these big failures, can actually become the most powerful money lessons we ever teach our children. From the second you become a parent, there's this quiet pressure, isn't there, to be absolutely perfect, especially with money. It's like you're suddenly supposed to be this flawless example of how to earn, spend, and save, and never, ever make a wrong move. But let's be real for a second. That kind of perfection, it's a total myth. I mean, think about it. Whether it was that impulse buy that you regretted the second you got home, or maybe a late fee on a bill you just completely forgot about, every single parent has stumbled. And these moments, they aren't failures. Not at all. They're just a universal part of the journey. All right, so let's start by digging into that feeling a little more, that intense anxiety, that pressure to be financially perfect for our kids. But what if we flipped the script on this? I mean, what if these mistakes weren't failures at all? What if they were opportunities? Instead of just letting that guilt wash over you after a misstep, what if you could channel that energy into something really productive? What if that mistake is actually the best financial lesson you could ever give your child? Think about that for a second. And that's what this next part is all about. This powerful idea that being transparent about our slip-ups isn't a weakness. It's actually a hidden gift for our family's financial future. Okay, so when you're actually open about a mistake, three really amazing things start to happen. First off, your kids get to see that adults aren't perfect, and that's okay. That takes a ton of pressure off them. Second, it shows them that money isn't this scary, off-limits topic we can't talk about. And honestly, this might be the most important one. They learn to look for solutions instead of just being terrified of failure. And that's a skill that's going to serve them for their entire lives. So, understanding why this is so important is one thing, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you put this into practice? Well, let's break down a simple, practical framework for turning pretty much any mistake into a really powerful lesson. You'd be surprised. The process is actually pretty simple. It all starts with just talking. Explaining what happened in simple, honest terms without any shame. Then you've got to move from talk to action. You show them the fix. Maybe it's a new budget or you're cutting back on something. The third step is absolutely crucial. Involve them. Even asking for their small ideas gives them a sense of ownership. And finally, you model resilience. You show them that one little mistake doesn't define who you are. And that's the deepest lesson of all. Okay, let's get practical. Imagine this scenario. You buy some new gadget on a total whim, and then bam, the buyer's remorse hits you hard. Now, instead of trying to hide it, you could say something like, you know what, I really got caught up in the moment with this. So to make sure this doesn't happen again, as a family, let's try the 24-hour rule. We wait a full day before buying anything that isn't essential. And just like that, a personal mistake turns into a powerful family rule. Or how about this one? You miss a savings goal. Yeah, it can feel super disappointing, right? But it's also a perfect opportunity for a family brainstorm. You can frame it like a team challenge. All right, team, we fell a little short on our vacation fund this month. What are some creative ideas we can come up with to get us back on track? All of a sudden, it's not a failure anymore. It's a shared mission. And even something that seems really small, like a late fee, can be a huge lesson. Instead of just getting frustrated, you can literally show your kids how you're setting up calendar reminders or autopay so it doesn't happen again. You're turning a simple, annoying mistake into a masterclass on being organized and responsible. It's brilliant. So when you put all this together, it really points to a huge shift in our goal as parents. It's not about trying to achieve some impossible financial perfection. No, the goal isn't perfection. It's about gaining the wisdom to grow, step by step. See, your kids don't need a parent who never makes a mistake. What they really need is a parent who shows them how to learn from one. And that is the lesson that's going to build true, lasting financial resilience for them. So, as we wrap this up, I want you to think about this. What's one mistake you've made that you could reframe into a valuable lesson for your kids? Because your next financial stumble, well, it might just be your family's next great breakthrough.